What up, everybody? It's the Well-Spoken Token coming at you again with another episode. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm so ecstatic to be here. Motherfucker is hype, happy as shit to be on the microphone talking to you people today. Thankful as fuck that you clicked this link. I'm so happy that you're here. You clicked the link and now you're here with me. We're talking, we're hanging out. I don't know what you're doing. You're probably driving. You're probably like sitting down and you're in the living room with your bae, just curled up with a thing of wine, just like hanging out, because that's what classy, sophisticated people do. They listen to my show. Also, I got somebody with me today. He's usually here all the time. Brother, say what's up to the people.
I love how you changed the word from excited to ecstatic. You trying to
nigga, I tried to flip the script on people.
I forgot where you came from.
That's his sarcastic shit here, by the way. Also, ladies and gentlemen, we have got a trio of fantastic women in the building today. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for the Anibae's podcast. Oh my god, we're gonna throw some applause in here somewhere. We're gonna do some editing.
We're gonna do that.
Fantastic.
Do that.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Shut up.
Okay, you got it.
So yeah, I'll go ahead and introduce these ladies one by one. Go ahead and let y'all know how they're doing and who they are. Miss Farris Maiden, say what up to the people.
Hello.
Yes, Miss Crimson Moon.
Hello.
Oh, thank you. And Miss the terrific Ty herself.
Hey, how's it going?
Oh, that's fantastic. Yo, she was talking like mad hood and shit just for 5 seconds. She's like, "Hi, how you doing?" Hi. Yeah, don't let her trip off.
No, I respect the fuck out of it. Protect the brand. Protect the brand at all costs.
Right, exactly.
Pre-pro is a whole different thing. You heard? So guys, today on the show, we decided to have these ladies on. We have been corresponding with these ladies for a good long while, checking out their content. They have a fantastic show. Ladies of the pod, if you're looking for a space to get away from all this bullshit ass male energy that I give this little boy shining style show that I present to you guys, if you're looking for a little bit of that shoujo love, a little bit of that lewd action, if you want to hear down and gritty, hear the tea, you know where you got to go. You got to go to the Anibae's podcast. You got to go check them out. Ladies, how did y'all click up? Like, how did this become a thing?
Oh man.
God. All right.
She was like, "Oh damn, this intro was crazy. I was not prepared."
Why do they always do this? Like, they hear intro and it's like, "Oh nigga, we never get introduced. We usually have to introduce ourselves."
Yeah, I mean, but that's good. I like that.
I like that. You're very fun.
I
felt very like this the whole time.
Thanks, guys. If I was white, I'd be
very taken care of.
Yes.
You're relatively light skinned, nigga. You can blush.
Kiss my ass. Relatively light. Yeah,
the darkest of us.
I don't mean you. Hey, quit stepping all over these ladies.
No colorism either. But anyway, by all means, I'm excited as fuck.
But how did you guys meet?
So I'd like to say that we all met through an online support group called via Venus, and it was basically like an online group. People from all over the world would come in and talk and get support, friends, advice, all those things through Facebook group.
Okay, that's fantastic. So it was an online support group. All of you guys, are you guys all from different areas essentially?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's the fantastic part about these groups, y'all. That's why I say it's always good to click up. I don't do that Bible shit often, but they say it only takes two and all that good shit. Goku always gets somebody's energy. Naruto couldn't do shit without his friends. Y'all got to go ahead and start.
Period. Say that.
Our friendship is strong.
It really is.
All right. The only real niggas out here, though, that are really fighting for their lives by themselves, they say Spike Spiegel, Vash the Stampede, just solo dolo dudes that always get the people with all around them, that type of shit.
Don't even have happy endings, nigga. No, get
really
friends.
Exactly.
Friends.
Yeah, for real.
They are the struggler himself, but that nigga got friends.
Yeah.
Talking about Guts, excuse me.
Yeah, I know who you mean.
Oh, okay.
No, Guts do have friends. Don't do that.
He got niggas. He ain't got friends. He got niggas. But
yeah, you're right. That's true. But it still counts.
No,
that would ride out for him, and that's still enough.
Right. Sometimes having niggas is better than having friends.
It's
Yeah, sometimes it is.
Right.
It is. Say that.
So speaking of
But
Nick,
from
go
the
ahead.
go ahead. Oh, okay. I was just gonna say from the group, we kind of a bunch of stuff happened. I know for me personally, it was wild in there. Like somebody that I know from my city added me to the group before that it turned into, and like one of the first things I saw was like somebody talking about being abused by their boyfriend, and I'm like, what did you add me to? And other than that, it was like it would be stuff like that, and just people kind of like just telling their business and finding friendships within that. So it was cool it was okay from the start, and then things got a little weird, even more weird.
Okay. So like there's a seedy underbelly type situation, because I've always been meaning to get into that, because the group thing, it's awesome to click up, and like I said, you can't do shit without your friends, but sometimes your friends turn out to be Orochimaru. Sometimes your friends
like did they?
Nigga, laying this down real quick. I need some shit.
It's like, don't worry about it. I got these.
Why were we just talking about this yesterday? Low key.
It just,
I'm like, oh my gosh.
sometimes that shit happens, and I've noticed that in these communities, even in like you guys met in a support group, right? That's supposed to be like you were there looking for help, and even like in that, you still ended up with like such an interesting negative experience. But like, would you say it's generally positive because you came out with these beautiful like friends and stuff like that? Like you got a nakama and everything.
It was like a double-edged sword. I feel like
those are the worst type of
swords. It was like. It's crazy because a lot of these girls I didn't meet up with, and they've been more supportive to me than a lot of people I met in my real life at the time. Yeah. And then some of those people who supported you, I actually met up with girls like online.
Yeah, okay.
And some I had really great relationships, but I even had really bad falling out. And so it's hard to say like, oh, it was all bad. It wasn't all bad. Like, they pulled me through a lot of crazy shit. It's funny because these two, I didn't even think that I would be besties with them. We got close after I left that group because I used to be an admin in the group. And so much shit was happening that I was like, you guys are so racist that I just don't want to be here no more.
Okay. So this was this group, was it originally started by like a group of like Caucasians? Was it a white group initially, essentially? Or
it was.
This is wide open, but it was mostly
yeah, it was. It was because the first group was Sad Girls Club, and then we like and it was supposed to be ran by this lesbian couple, and
they wasn't even lesbians because it was a guy.
No, but they were saying that he was a trans woman.
Oh,
and then that came out, and like I saw screenshots of somebody privately messaging them trying to fish information out, and they were like, yeah, we should do a meetup with all the underage girls and get them fucked up and like
what the fuck
sexually assault them.
I remember that shit.
And then these bitches, this motherfucker, they had a Hello Kitty Nazi flag.
Oh, they white. They're like different white.
They're honky.
They're like,
and I was just like,
go ahead.
What? And I'm like, so did you get that custom made? Like, how does that exist?
Did you do that yourself?
Oh, did you get it on Wish?
Shout out to the underpaid print shop that had to be like, oh, this goes against everything I believe in, but it's $60.
I mean, is it still kawaii?
Nazis can't be.
Kitty don't like any of those things.
No, Kitty, I'm good.
And so I mean, and that's just like one instance of it. But I'd say when we got the closest was right when the pandemic happened and right when George Floyd was murdered. That's pretty much was the catalyst for us offsetting into a separate group that we were going to have for all Black femmes and gender non-conforming individuals.
Okay.
And it started off with a group chat that we were all a part in. And the group that we made itself didn't really pop off. But we who were the admins of that group, we would just kiki every day.
Right.
And kind of like
develop that friendship. Yeah, create that bond.
Got you. So people in administrative positions were just like, yo, we could click up, whether or not the actual like audience remains. Like, you guys
making a group is fucking hard. Like even trying to
maintain
so many personalities in one particular space and try to keep them all on one unified cause. It's fucking difficult. That's why we never even tried to fucking create the token group.
To be honest, it wasn't even getting them unified. It was just that I don't have the emotional
bandwidth
to do it anymore. Yeah, like I'm like, it can't, like, if y'all not gonna support each other, it can't just be you guys coming into a space dumping
trauma dumping.
Yeah.
And then not in return supporting people. That's what I felt like. I was just like, I'm okay.
Right. You pull up and you like showing your family,
you're taking emotional labor from me that I could be putting out.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, hey, look, this is supposed to be some kind of genie in a bottle. Like, I'm gonna drop off my feelings here.
Right. Yeah, this is where I drop it all off. This is where I say fuck it and tell them all the fucked up shit that happened to me. And then these ladies handle it. Yeah.
After that, they fix it, right? Like
and console you and give you resources and do the extra mile and
or money.
Oh, not money.
It was like that.
Not the cash app bio.
Yo, I wish. No,
I'm telling you, like this group, like it was crazy because then after a while, like going in between, like not only just dealing with the racist stuff, but like also dealing with people who were severely poor or like immigrants or like just so many things. Like I'm just like I don't have.
Yeah, no, I can't. I don't have it to give. Like I've got to keep some for myself.
Yeah, like at some point it becomes too heavy. And I also like me being a social worker in my real life. I'm like,
oh no, so I
got to do this in my regular.
Yeah, like I'm like I already was doing this in my real life, and now I'm offering you my free labor, and you guys. Yeah, like
I gotta get paid.
Like we gotta keep something for ourselves, and I mean, and that was fine. I realized that I didn't want to be in spaces like that anymore.
Okay, and was that I heard from Farris like how your kind of experience with that. You clicked up with everybody after you left, and then Crimson, of course, you had a situation. Well, excuse me, Crimson Moon. She said put some respect on her name earlier.
Fucking respect on that.
I did not say.
I'm gonna give her that whole thing. She said she was coming to Texas to find a nigga. She was like, "Yeah, no, I got snipers trained. I know exactly where you live.
I got goons that'll come to where you live, nigga."
Say my name.
She said, "I got niggas in the parks. Like we do. You saw it on the movie. We do.
I seen your apartment, nigga. I know what time you go out."
No.
Damn.
Right? I said all that.
All that. You put words in people's mouths on the well spoken. Don't even worry about it. We'll get the juice. Yeah, right. But and so Crimson Moon, you said that kind of your experience was that you just felt like you did not have the emotional bandwidth, the emotional fortitude to just continue to like take that for other people, just like shoulder all that. You're tired of being Atlas, essentially. Yeah, and so like Ty, what was your experience with that situation? Like, are you still participating in that group? Do you still keep up with these people? I mean, obviously, of course, but like,
I mean, not even gonna hold you. I left, and you know what? It's so funny that they talk about the drama because, like, yeah, like I remember that, but I didn't really participate in the group that much because I see what was going on. I was like, I ain't got time for that shit. I would rather talk to the girls that I am closest to in that group, like in DMs, whatever messages, than dealing with a bunch of people who are like, oh, trauma dumping and like, oh, I'm not reciprocating the same energy because I'm all about me. You know,
fake mental health language, right?
Yeah.
I was over that. Yeah. And I feel like I'm the type of person who could see right through somebody, and I'm just like, yeah, not even gonna hold you.
You might be a hoe, man. I can't help that.
I don't know.
You got some fuck shit happening. I'm not with it. So.
I respect that because there's so many people who can't create that like dissonance between like what my online life is and what I'm allowed to do in these groups, and like what's actually acceptable in life and what I can actually let off. You know what I mean? Like it's not anybody else's responsibility to help you like navigate this type of shit. This is a support group, but this isn't a fucking fix everything group.
Yeah. And I kind of feel like leaving Black women to like fix your emotional problems. That's just kind of like,
we
ain't doing that. No, like you need a teddy bear to like console you, fine, but don't bring that shit over here.
Right. Get a cat hoe. Get a cat hoe.
Get a cat hoe.
Get a therapist. That's what they needed because a lot of them needed therapists.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
they needed therapists. They needed mental health resources of all kinds.
Yeah. Yeah.
And on to your note about like what the fuck was it? I just lost it.
This nigga here said,
you know me
listening. I was here. I have a question that I actually thought out and had the time to fully verify.
Sorry, nigga, I'm a bitch. Go ahead.
Yeah, it's okay. I was making sure we had guests on. These people are here. They're expecting a good time of professionalism. Here you are with this shit. But I mean, hey. Yeah, right. I'll get a lot of opportunities like that, audience. Every now, that's usually me. Like that's
nigga, dribble that ball, nigga, dribble the ball.
I'm hot sauce today. I'm the professor today. I got it. No, excuse me. But like I was saying, Ty, with your situation, you said you just kind of like left. You were like, so you mostly used the group actually to find a friend, and then like you weren't actually there to participate like in the group itself once you saw.
Somewhat, yeah. I felt like I had a busy life outside of the support group I was in, but I made time to at least like connect with Crimson and Farris because I honestly only gave a fuck about those two girls. Like, I love them more than anything. And like, they know that, and they know that I get emotional talking about them sometimes because I'm a big crybaby. But, I really don't jive with a lot of people because people are flaky and people are phony. So, and I'm too nice. Well, too nice. Yeah. But but I love them so much. They're like my best friends. Like,
the besties.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm really happy that our relationship has grown to what it has now.
Yes.
I'm just really happy.
There's one thing I can say about there's one thing I can say about you guys' podcast. It's like there's no way you could tell that these people have not known each other for literal years.
I know.
Because we have technically.
We have technically.
Yeah, because that group started probably about like 6 years ago. Like Sad Girls was like 6 years or so.
That's a long time for an adult friendship.
It
2017.
might have been older than that because that's when I was like drinking really bad. So I think I was 24.
Yeah, same. I was probably about but technically we do known each other for years, and it's like the way it's so intimate because obviously like you're always online, coming online, talking about your problems. Like these same people are always here to come support you and all of that other stuff. So intimate moments of my life, like you're here supporting me through all those things. So regardless, like it's like, we do know each other for years because
for sure. And what's odd is like even in those like support group type deals, and that's just like indicative of like most Facebook groups or like online groups in general, where you don't have to be yourself. You can be a fucking persona if you want. Like a lot of these times, like these groups like develop toxicity and they develop habits and shit that aren't really like they stray so far from the original intent of what you was trying to do. Like even in the nerd groups, you get that type of shit.
Oh god! Oh god! Like it gets to the point where it's like I want to enjoy these things with everybody, but it feels like you can't. It feels like you can't. Even in the all femme groups, I feel some type of way. Right. Like it's just like I just don't understand, and this is why I think it was so important for us to make this space, like the Anibae podcast. Because I was just telling them the other day, like about how I love us so much, not just because like we're a group of femmes, but because like we're all queer, and like trying to make that space for other queer people. Because like even in the all femme groups, they're like homophobic or like they'll casually say things that are homophobic, and they don't even realize
it. What the fuck they just said?
Like they're for example, but like
or it's just like something like incredibly ignorant that like doesn't matter. Like specifically like I don't know if you all are aware of Yasahime, but it's the spinoff of Inuyasha.
Yes,
and
I was telling you guys that yesterday.
I am
right.
One of Shishomaru's
They have
kids.
Shishomaru's daughter as like basically a masculine presenting woman.
Yeah.
And then they were like, oh, well, I feel like she would look better or she would be better if she was feminine. And it's like, I could tell that you don't have any gay or non-binary people in your life at all.
Mm-hmm. Shout out to the gay.
But she would say some goofy shit like that.
You know, like I was just like, that's just ignorant. She would be a better character if she was feminine. Like, and this is in an all girls group, right? So you're like I feel some type of way being in here, and this is supposed to be safer than the co-ed groups, but you're being just as ignorant.
Right.
Okay.
I think a lot of people think they're exempt from that shit because they're a part of like a different.
Yeah, I'm an ostracized group, and so because I've been ostracized and I've had this experience, we all share this experience of being bullied and blah blah blah. That this is a space for that type of like toxicity. It's kind of like white folks, like when they get around each other and like one or two, they're gonna try, like they're gonna put it out there, put the feelers and shit. Oh, we just assume that all our experiences are the same, and we can just easily say this awful shit.
Right? You said fuck the white listeners. Hey.
No, I'm not. Y'all, white listeners, y'all know y'all are the individuals that are looking at these people crazy after they say that shit because y'all wouldn't.
Because y'all wouldn't be listening to this.
Right. Shout out to the Caucasian homies. You know we love you.
You know we love y'all. Yeah. Shout out to the hunky fans. You know.
Right. Yeah, however, what's your name is not a hunky, but he is a.
What's your name is certainly not a hunky.
Yeah, no, descendant though. Y'all know the term hunky is like actually kind of gross.
Really? I just thought it meant like a car hump.
Like, is it donkey humper or something like that?
Wait a fucking minute.
Hey.
No, because it's like if it's honky, it's like donkey humper, honky.
No,
I don't
know.
You said it was gross.
No, it is gross, but like not donkey humping.
Like donkey humping gross.
No, I love it.
I love that. It, like our pops had told us like a long time ago, or was it moms? One of our parents had told us like back in the day, the quote good prostitutes were all black women, right? Or black people in general, and like you didn't want to be seen soliciting the services of a black prostitute. So instead of like going out and speaking to them, you would just honk your horn. So the vernacular became around like the sex workers of that era. Like, oh, there go the honkies over there.
Oh, honky. Mm-hmm. I knew I had to do
it was gross. It wasn't gross at all. Like,
no, that's not gross. Because if we're gonna support sex work, we also have to support the Johns, so they don't feel ashamed.
It's true.
Shout out to the Johns.
Somebody got to pay.
Right.
Shout out to the niggas dipping off to the bathroom to text the lady.
Shout out to my niggas on premium right now, just like waiting for that good morning.
On that Snapchat premium, on that OF.
Yes, hey, and we love that. We love that out here.
How much you say it was to move the emojis?
$10.99.
Yeah,
I got 12.
I got 12 exactly. You take Venmo and Cash App?
That sounds like it's a tip, doesn't it?
All right.
Talk to upsell these niggas.
Hey, your fucking sex worker, nigga. Hey, porn, nigga.
Hey, well,
yes,
nigga. Indeed.
Quit using that download feature, bitch ass nigga.
Quit acting like you didn't call those sex hotlines when you're 12. That wasn't.
Oh my goodness,
that's me.
Yeah, right.
Actually, I got a nasty story about that, and I'll come clean. I wasn't.
It's okay. We can edit it out. You good?
I wasn't always the clean gentleman.
Now you've been drinking, and you might decide tomorrow, like, oh wait, get that out of here.
You saw how many times you pick that cup up? You know what time it is?
Right.
It's story time. God damn it. Yeah. So back in the day, right? Like so before before the internet was just like easy to. On most phones, you know, like I had a room or two, the screen was very small, wouldn't load porn that quickly. I mean, I could open the images, but it wasn't doing the do. So I was like, well, how do I do? I'm gonna go old school on these bitches. I'm gonna call the sex hotline, and then I'm gonna not even give them the card. I'm gonna just hang up after I bust.
Oh my goodness,
you're a piece of shit, and we hate everything about you. It's terrible. as soon as I'm done in these 2009 streets.
Now hold on, guys. This was a long time ago. This is a different nigga. Okay.
Oh my god!
Wow.
One.
Now they get on the line. I'll set you with
Right.
Oh, that's a banger.
Oh yeah.
with your awkward 16-year-old.
Yo,
Which line was it? Was it Lava Links? Pick up the
Oh no, so hold on.
He was too pussy to call the main ones.
I'm disgusting like this. My dad and my stepmom, they thought they were being slick. They'd hide the the paper porn under the sink in the bathroom,
which is the stupidest place to fucking hide it.
That's
What do you
the
think I'm gonna
dumbest
look for?
place.
Yeah.
What if I need to
You got a
clean
good
something?
spot.
Right under this toilet paper is
It's the
heaven.
porn. And so, and in the back of them motherfuckers, they had hotlines.
Oh,
Yeah. So like you could get a little bit of everything. So I would just like call multiple. I would call, and then like if this wasn't doing it, I'd hang up and then I go again. Like,
question: Are you sure they weren't charging your phone bill directly?
They could have.
They could have easily tried that shit.
I
right?
wasn't paying that.
I'm a
Because
minor.
I used to call those hotlines. They definitely didn't
Oh no.
put
They
didn't ask for a card. They just charged your phone bill. That's how I got caught.
But see, like I would there's certain ones you call, certain ways you can go around this, right? You tell them you have a card, right? You tell them you got one.
Right. Lies, really. You have to call them at least 3 times before you know to let that one off.
Yeah. So like, I would do this on multiple occasions. Now, what I didn't know, and this is why you don't do this, y'all, is because like they record all their phone calls. Okay, they record them all of them. Like,
and they'll play that bitch back.
For quality assurance, right?
For quality insurance, this call is being recorded.
I don't give a fuck what that means, but
for this very reason right here. So that what they do is that like, so yeah, cool. They get tired of you calling, hanging up, and calling back. They will call you back like months down the line if they can't get this money. Like if they try to charge.
Oh my god,
that's crazy.
Yeah, and I would answer the phone like a crazy person. Because at the time, I didn't have any bill collectors. I'm a minor, so like it's like my phone rings. It's somebody I know. So like. Like I pick the phone and they're like, you owe like hot sex 99, like $12.99 or $44. You were on the line for a while. And I'd be like, no, that wasn't me. That was a prank call. I don't know what happened. And so then they go back and play back the full motherfucking video. They will play it on
16-year-old nigga.
And they were like, that's not you.
Damn, they caught you in 4K.
That's not you.
I've been sick.
Right.
Dick, I never paid them hoes. Like
that's why I didn't get a cell phone until right after this nigga. I didn't get a cell phone until this nigga got grounded.
Everything okay?
You hate when you drop the phone. That's always the worst.
Damn.
Yeah.
Oh my.
I was always too pussy to like call the fucking the sex hotline, so I would just get on Newgrounds and like let my fucking dating sim shit off. But get to clicking, like I have to just say the right thing. I'll get my result. I'll get my reward.
Somehow.
I'm gonna get mine by any means.
All this to say we were nasty little boys, but pay your sex workers, y'all, because they will call you back and they will they will have that shit on lock, ready to play it back for you. Like, that ain't you? Is this you?
Right.
Or you get it back home.
Or you'll get
this ain't you right here.
Right.
This
Caught you in 4K, my guy.
Caught you in 4K, my dude.
Right.
Okay. But enough about that. We're gonna get to the lewd portion. Actually, no, we're here. So of course we're talking about like supporting our sex workers, paying our sex workers, because hey, look, that's what we do. I understand that Ms. Farris, you participate in sex work in the case of like Nerdless, different things to that degree. You want to talk about that? Like I'd love to, hey, we try to plug out here. She's
I appreciate it.
Fantastic in the hot Cheetos.
Follow and pay that man. Pay her.
Well, are either of you familiar with burlesque?
Absolutely.
This nigga is special.
Okay. All right. Well, so for those who aren't, it is not like the Christina Aguilera and Cher movie. Burlesque is a performance art. Started like in the, I guess the earliest is probably like 1900s, 1920s. And it's evolved since then. Obviously, it can be used for satirical reasons. It can be used for political reasons. It can be used to entice, and just for pure entertainment value. And what I have pretty much made into my mostly calling is nerdlesque, is the combination of cosplay and burlesque. So I'm not a trained dancer, so I don't really feel comfortable doing like the traditional bump and grinds or even neo-lesque, which is like neo-lesque are usually neo-lesque acts are usually they can be political and comedic, but it's usually like, for me, it's kind of like a shock value type of thing, and not in a bad way, just like, oh, I've never seen that before.
Like a Rocky Horror Picture Show type vibe, like back
no, like a good example would be, there is this one performer who did like a Black Lives Matter routine where they started off in like an orange jumpsuit and it ended with like bloody gunshot wounds and stuff like that. Really good.
Wow. Okay. So real primitive art, like actual.
Yeah. And so I feel most comfortable with nerdlesque. One of the very first acts that I did before I finished my burlesque school was a Black Cat act, Black Cat from Spider-Man. The song that I performed to was
Felicia.
It's Felicia.
Felicia, yes. Not bye Felicia. Hi Felicia.
Hi Felicia.
Hey, white people give us bye Felicia back. But anyway, go ahead.
Yeah, for real, please. It was never y'all to begin with. And so that was my first routine. And my second routine that I ever made on my own and curated after I took all my classes, I would say that would fall in line with neo-lesque. It was a fan dance to Alice in Chains Rooster, and I kind of dressed up as a rooster.
That's actually my favorite song, like, of all time.
Really? Hey. So yeah, that's kind of what nerdlesque is pretty much just cosplaying and stripping and being weird. And it's very fun.
No, that sounds fantastic. I was introduced to nerdlesque at a convention. Allcon in Dallas had a troupe on and had a blast. It was very fun. It was kind of a hype thing. It was a bit of a show of cosplay as well as a show. Like they did a whole panel. They kind of discussed
cool.
and stuff, and then also kind of showed off some costumes. And then they had a whole show later that night, and it was really, really good. I didn't have an opportunity to see anything like mad performative or like evocative, like a Black Lives Matter one or anything like that. But now that I know that that's even an avenue that like gets explored that way, I kind of want to like dive into it a bit. So
yeah, I know you said you're in Texas. Texas has a decent burlesque community. So you should definitely look around. I'm in a nerdlesque troupe called Midnight Minxes. I just recently performed at a con in Minneapolis called Anime Detour. And that was really fun. The crowd was really receptive and it was a fun time. And it's hard trying to get into cons because some cons really want to be family friendly. And it's like we're performing at night any fucking way. So like if your kid comes in and see a censored titty, that's kind of on them. And we're not getting naked. I'm like,
exactly. There's nobody on stage nude at all. Like
no, it's
just a pasty.
Implied nudity, pasties and merkins. But you know that's neither here nor there. But yeah, the nerdlesque troupe that I'm a part in is called Midnight Minxes. If y'all want to give us a follow, that would be great.
Heard him, my boy.
Please hurry up. Get your ass up. Hey, pause the goddamn episode right now.
Right now. Go follow that shit right the fuck now.
You probably got a fucking smartphone. Hit the home button and go to the damn app and look for Midnight Minxes.
Listen the entire time and go fucking follow that shit, nigga. What the fuck?
So I like that you have a side hustle, Miss Farris. That's fantastic. Like a lot of these podcasters or people that are like participating in content, like the content creator community situation, like a lot of the times some people are like full time. Like I was like, I don't have anything else that I'm doing. I don't have anything else to add. But I like to see like, yo, like this is also something that I highly advocate for. Yeah. Like so, Crimson Moon, Miss Todd, y'all have anything that y'all like participate in outside? I know you said Miss Crimson, you're like a social worker in your day job or anything like that. You use those skills in your podcast stuff. Anything else you're doing?
I also stream.
Oh,
I stream and I kind of mix games and astrology. So that's
okay.
Get a reading and watch. Well, you probably, I don't know who's playing.
Do you do like analysis on charts for different characters or just like, in the chat?
Yeah, like I love adding signs to characters. It makes me feel like, I mean, honestly, astrology is real. And
I agree. No, it's real. It's definitely real.
Hey, look, it's definitely an influence. It's hard to
this
deny.
Nigga don't believe in astrology. Don't listen to the shit this nigga got to say.
Oh my god!
So you're the non-believer?
That's not true. Okay, it's not that I don't believe. Okay, it's not that I don't believe. I've just met a lot of like not alternative people. I would say a lot of people that like break the mold, right? So like what I'm saying is that of course it's not an infallible.
Well, everything is not going to be a stereotypical version, and it's crazy because it's usually the people who don't believe in astrology that are the stereotypical versions of their sign. Like I'm so
okay.
Everybody's not going to be exactly the same, and that's why whole charts are important.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Like we're a person, not just like placements and lines on the paper. Our experiences, all those things matter. So just because you're a Leo, I'm pretty sure that doesn't mean you're really loud everywhere. But
not everywhere, no.
But
no time for that news. I died for the truth. Shorty said she really loved me. How could I ever lose? Outside with the troops. Home yard if you knew. Autopilot, I'm on cruise. I'm high, I'm on the moon. Big body pimpin', yeah, that's Trvy. That's a given. Say she love me, catch no feelings. She just wanna ride, pop up, Willie. Ooh, bankroll. Pocket lot pimpin', no bankroll. I just get it good, like a man never quit. Little shorty don't wanna be an angel. Beat down. When I get the target, watch the drip off. When we get the fucking, we be fighting undercovers. Got a feeling like a youngin' really punch. Ooh, big dog. Watch a player really get his pimp up. I can get shorty to the crib with a couple of her friends and they really gon' crisscross. Pocket lot pimpin' with my brothers. That's on yeah. I got nothing but $1 and a dream. That's on God. Lil shorty, check my aura. Good at heat, yeah. That's on fire. Say she love me, need it real. You need it real. And check those signs. Ay, everywhere we go, they wanna choose us. Know I'm gonna make everything that I shoot for. Why they rapping hate, man? They really getting goosebumps. They don't wanna make it, they just really wanna do us. Why they wanna act like me, wanna rap like me, wanna really catch a flow, make it slap like me. And I really wanna know why they acting like they don't. You could get a head start and get lapped by me.
Outside with the crew, outside with your boo. Shawty say she got a man, I don't care, but they do. I be high before I land. How many blunts I need to? I ain't never took an L, now with it, yeah, I know I can't lose.
Pocket lot pimpin' with my brothers. That's on yeah. I got nothing but $1 and a dream. That's on God. Lil shorty, check my aura. Good at heat, yeah. That's on fire. Say she love me, need it real. You need it real. Check those signs.
Paper flexing on the hater for sure. These niggas they mad cause I'm friend with they hoe. But you wouldn't even know if I not through the door. Cause there's some that I keep on the low. Big dog. Make a cut and skinny nigga for a big dog. I can count a second down before the shot and lift out. Make your girl fall on her job because a nigga piss me. Also nigga don't try. I on that guy. I'm super fly. Yeah. And I know that they hating and waiting. But I will not fail cause I'm fine. You better be hands over heels for me when I'm finna leave. Ain't like you gon' die. She kicked off her heels and gave me some head. And she slapped me down while I almost cried. No, I almost died.